YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys our Road to Regionals St. Louis series here, episode 10, where I learned the VGC 2017 format and compete on the online Battlespot Championship Battle Ladder. And I have all sorts of guests that join us. If you missed the last episode, we had the 2016 World Champion Wolf Glick join us once again, and him and I had a blast. We had a lot of fun, and I've got some other great people I have lined up that I'm talking with, so hopefully we'll have some more guests in the future. Now, our question of the day today is incredibly important, so if you guys could take just a few minutes out of your day to let me know your thoughts, I would really appreciate it. How could I make Road to Regionals a better series? And the reason why I'm asking this is because we're 10 episodes in, so you've had a little bit of an idea, so you guys can kind of see the full breadth of what the series is about. And I still want to do like a team building episode too, but I haven't gotten to that yet. But you know, let me know what you guys want to see. You know, whether I can tweak this in any way, if there's some way I can improve the series to make it better for you guys visually, or you know, via audio or whatever it may be. Please let me know, as I do think that this series could be something we do on our channel for a long time. I've already been talking about potentially if this series continues to do well and if people continue to support it and I have fun in St. Louis, a lot of qualifiers, then maybe I'll do Road to Regionals Roanoke, Virginia or something like that. I know there's a couple other regionals coming up after St. Louis, and I've been having a blast with it, and I'm still kind of in the very beginning stages though. I haven't been playing as well as I would like, to be perfectly honest. I'm having a hard time kind of taking my play to that next level, but I think it's gonna come. I'm starting to get an idea for what every Pokemon does, and I think that's step one. And now it's step two. It's about learning and making the predictions we need to make, and kind of making better plays and stuff. I don't think that this team we have right now is the best team that I could have, though. I'm kind of struggling with it a little bit, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I've got a new team in the works. If you guys saw, I got a shiny Arcanine. That'll be on our team for the next team. I'm building that out with like Kartana, and I think I'm gonna put my Lodic on it, and then I'll figure out the other three. So we've got some cool ideas there. But let's jump into it, guys. If you're enjoying this series, hit that like button as always, as it helps out a tremendous amount. I can't express that enough. Maybe it doesn't help at all, I don't know, but it at least tells me that you guys are enjoying it. So let's hit confirm here. We've got our squad. I've been rocking this like kind of pseudo Trick Room team, and it was so cool to see Vikavolt on the last episode. And I do want to say this, a lot of people commented on the last episode that I battled Nips, and I didn't know that obviously in the moment, but I do know that I battled Nips now. So thank you to everyone who told me on my live stream and on the comment section. Like half the comments were like, "You're battling Nips," and I'm like, okay, sweet, dude. I had no idea, but now I know. And he beat us. He beat me and Wolf, so Nips is clearly better than the world champion. But no, he actually destroyed us with that Persian. That was so cool. But anyway, this guy's got Pelipper. He's got Araquanid. He's got that Serena, which I know that thing gets faint. Bulu, Arcanine, and Beware. So we see some Trick Room style play here. But doesn't have Trick Room to set it. I don't know, a little strange there. I really feel like my Koko lead is so good. Like, what does he do to Koko? Let's lead Koko starting, and then I actually feel like P2 has some viability here. I do like Garchomp too, because of the Poison Jab into the Bulu, and I can obviously hit that Arcanine, but I think I want to keep it in the back. I do like Vikavolt too. I definitely like Vikavolt in this matchup, and I feel like Fini could be okay. Obviously, Fini can shut down the Araquanid, and obviously has the proper typing to help against the Beware. I'm kind of liking Fini, but I like Vikavolt. I think I'm going to lead Koko Garchomp, maybe? Is that what I want to do? Garchomp does have a decent amount. I can always switch it out if I need to. I'm just a little worried about that Pelipper. Let's lead Koko Fini. No, because that'll mess up my terrain. All right, let's lead Koko, P2, Garchomp, and Vikavolt, maybe. Is that what I want to do? P2, like P2 is kind of cool, although I don't really have, yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that, because I'm like a little conflicted on what to lead with anyway. So I knew I wanted to lead with Koko, but I want to try a different Koko with Volt Switch. I'm not really feeling the one I have now as much. I think I want to try Volt Switch, but let's see what he's going to rock with here. He's got this Rain, which is kind of interesting. And we're gonna have to try to play around that. I wanted to bring P2 just because P2 is really, really good, like just in general. And I think it could be kind of effective, even though actually P2 might not have been the best matchup, but it does have T-Bolt for the Pelipper and stuff like that. And I didn't want to bring Fini with Koko because then we lose our terrain. But he's gonna lead Bulu Serena, so that's kind of interesting here. And I do have to be very, very careful of that Bulu and the Serena. He actually has just 2 grass types, so this doesn't really work out This is actually probably the worst lead situation for me that could have happened, because he's gonna get the terrain advantage, and I gotta get my Koko out of here. We're gonna download, and hopefully we'll get this special attack boost, which we do. I think Koko needs to just protect here, but he could feint into that, and I think that's a very, very likely play. I think I'm gonna go into Vikavolt just right off the bat, because I feel like going for an Ice Beam into the Serena slot is probably good. I mean, I could just protect too. I'm just worried about feint into my Koko slot, but that just seems very, very, very specific for him to do that. I mean, it's possible if he makes the play with feint and he goes into Koko, then he does. I mean, I'm not gonna really freak out about it. Let's go Ice Beam into Serena here. We got the special attack boost. Let's try to get rid of that thing. I do have the poison jab for the Bulu, so we're gonna protect here and see what he wants to do. Again, I know Serena gets feint. That would be a pretty bold prediction. He's gonna protect Bulu, so that's fine with me. Is he gonna go for like a play rough, or is he gonna go for a trop kick? So he's gonna trop kick into my Koko. So a perfect first turn for us, actually, which I don't think I expected necessarily, and we're gonna be able to 2-hit KO that Serena with an Ice Beam, even after the kind of the grassy terrain here. So very cool stuff. Now, obviously, I'm very much so threatened out by his Pokemon here. Going for a Dazzling Gleam is kind of cool, though. I don't know if a Dazzling Gleam will be enough to take out the Serena, so I'm leaning towards switching out here and going into Vikavolt, which does resist the Trop Kick. And I think I can actually set Trick Room on this turn, which will be kind of cool, because then I'll have Vikavolt on the field under Trick Room, and I could put a lot of pressure on his team at that point in time between Ice Beam and other stuff, or I could just simply Ice Beam into the Serena slot, but I feel like he's not going to allow me to do that. So I'm going to Trick Room and switch into Vikavolt and see how that goes. I wasn't initially planning on doing that, but this may work, it may also backfire, but I feel like the Serena knows an Ice Beam's coming, so it seems like unlikely that he just lets me kill him, but he just goes straight Wood Hammer into the Vikavolt slot, which does a tremendous amount, but really like doesn't bring us to half or anything. And then he Trop Kicks into the Vikavolt slot too, and does that pop our Aya Papa Berry? I hope it does. Is that gonna do it? It does not actually pop the Aya Papa Berry, which is a bummer. We're like super close, but not quite there. But we get our Trick Room off, and Serena's gonna get some health here. So this is kind of an interesting scenario. I think I protect with Vikavolt here, because I don't want to take a Wood Hammer. I'm a little worried about that Bulu. I'm just kind of letting it sit there, but I could also reset terrain at this point too, which is quite nice. So I think I simply just protect, although I am faster now. So maybe I Bug Buzz into the Bulu, or do I want to Ice Beam into the Bulu? I could Bug Buzz into Serena and make sure I knock that thing out, and then Ice Beam into the Bulu slot. And if he knocks out Vikavolt, that's not even a big deal at this point in time, I don't think. Because I can reset the terrain. I do deal with the fact that Trick Room's up though, which could be mildly problematic. Let's actually protect. Let's protect Vikavolt on this turn, and let's go for the Ice Beam into the Serena slot, because he hasn't shown any reason to like not be on the offensive with Serena. He just keeps Trop Kicking, and I know P2 can live the Wood Hammer from the Bulu without a problem, and it's more likely that he protects the Bulu, I feel like. Although if he protects Serena here, that would definitely put us in an interesting situation. But he's just going to simply switch it out, and he's going to go into his Araquanid. So that's kind of a bummer for sure, because we definitely like misplayed that. But I do have T-Bolt on my P2, so I got that going for us. But we go for the Ice Beam into the Araquanid slot. That's not going to do really anything. Bummer that I didn't double into that. I thought about it. He's going to Stone Edge, but I do protect, so no big deal there. So we actually get that going for us. Now, the problem here is this Araquanid could be very, very problematic against me if I allow him to get a big hit off. And I would imagine that the Araquanid is going to be faster than my my Vikavolt. Just because like I'm modest Vikavolt, so I'm pretty sure Araquanid's faster. But I think I want to switch out here into Garchomp, but if he goes for Waterium Z, he knocks me out, so probably not the best play. I kind of want to double protect, but I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt into the Araquanid slot, and I'm going to Ice Beam into the Bulu slot, or T-Bolt into the Araquanid slot. Let's actually T-Bolt into the, like, double T-Bolt into the Araquanid, and I'm sure he's going to knock me out with Araquanid into Vikavolt, but it's not really too big of a deal. So he protects Bulu, so that actually works out that we doubled into the Araquanid. And if he goes after, so P2's faster. So maybe actually Vikavolt is faster than Araquanid if he has any investment. This is gonna be interesting. No, he's gonna be Liquidation, and he is gonna go after the Vikavolt and knock us out. There's no way we're living that. Okay, so that's not too bad. Because now we're in a situation where the Araquanid is in T-Bolt range, and he really hasn't shown any way to stop us from doing anything, like hurting him. I really like Garchomp here. I don't know how many turns left I have of Trick Room, and I don't want to reset the terrain just yet. I think I'm gonna go Garchomp, because I immediately threaten out the Bulu with a Poison Jab, and I can knock out the Araquanid with a T-Bolt here if he decides to not protect with that. So we have a couple options here. I mean, I think the Poison Jab is incredibly obvious, but his Bulu did just protect, so I'm pretty safe there to do that, and I think I'm just gonna T-Bolt into the Araquanid slot, and I think that'll do enough. Yeah, so I'm gonna Poison Jab Bulu and T-Bolt into Araquanid. And since Bulu just protected, the only way this really goes bad is if Araquanid lives the T-Bolt here. Yeah, he's gonna switch out, so that's okay. And he goes into Serena, so not surprising to see that. But if the Bulu doesn't have the Gracium Z into Garchomp, then I think we knock it out. I don't think Wood Hammer kills me in one hit. He does go for the Wood Hammer. I don't think it's gonna kill me, if I'm being totally honest. And we live on 20, which is huge. He takes a tremendous amount of damage, but we do connect the Poison Jab and knock out the Bulu, which is really good. So now he's got his Serena and his Araquanid left, and once we get rid of this this Trick Room, we're gonna be in pretty good shape. I am a little concerned over that Serena being Scarfed. I never really looked into that, and it potentially being faster than my Garchomp, because all it's done is gone for Trop Kick, but he does lose the Terrain War at this point in time. And we know he's got Araquanid, and his last Pokemon we haven't seen yet, so we're gonna probably see that. Either the Araquanid or something right now. He could have the Beware, he could have the Pelipper. Pelipper would be the best case scenario for me, but the thing is he's just left our Porygon2 here on the field this entire time. Like, he hasn't even attempted to attack Porygon2. And if he doesn't have the Beware, we may be able to win on that alone. But I do have to be quite cautious about this Serena here. It needs to be the priority is getting rid of the Serena. Because I can beat the Araquanid otherwise, but the Serena, if it's Scarfed, will obviously take out my Garchomp, and I don't know if I've seen other moves. So he does have Pelipper as his fourth, and it's very likely he does go for a Tailwind here, so I have to be kind of cautious of that. Again, I don't know whether his Serena's Scarfed. There's not really much I can do about that. I mean, I could just go for a Dragon Claw into the Serena, which is probably our best play, and then a simple T-Bolt into the Pelipper. Now, this does scare me a little bit because the Araquanid could be quite offensive. Let's think about this. If I go for Dragon Claw into Serena, as long as I'm faster, we knock that thing out. T-Bolt knocks out Pelipper, and the only instance where it doesn't is if he is Focus Sash, which he most likely is. Tapu Koko comes in and puts in some work, but if I let that Pelipper get a Tailwind off, that could be incredibly problematic, but it's gonna do it either way. I don't really think there's any way I can stop its Tailwind, so I'm gonna go for the T-Bolt into the Pelipper and just make that play there. And if that Serena is indeed Scarfed, which again, I'm still thinking it might be, but he's gonna protect with it. So if that Serena's Scarfed, then we just got so played. And he actually protects Serena here. So he's gonna see our play, which was to go T-Bolt into Pelipper and Dragon Claw into Serena, but I don't really think I need to be secretive about this play. I think, we still have the Trick Room there anyway, so now at least I know Serena's not faster than us, and I can do that same play. I really lose nothing by it because I'm faster than, like, Garchomp's gonna knock out the Serena regardless, and Pelipper's gonna have to take a T-Bolt no matter what, so this play is kind of win-win, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we lose anything by this play. So let's go for that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think this play is pretty good. Like, he just double protected to get rid of Trick Room, which I kind of forgot existed. So that's a mistake right there. I should have been paying more attention to the Trick Room turns, because that actually could have messed me up quite a bit. But the Dragon Claw will take out the Serena, and the Pelipper is either going to set up a Tailwind or he's going to Scald into the Garchomp. So he does just Scald into the Garchomp, and then I'll knock us out. But we immediately threaten the Pelipper with a T-Bolt here, and this has a good chance to knock him out. And since he did not go for a Tailwind, that means Koko comes in and it basically just wins with Dazzling Gleam plus Thunderbolt from P2. So I think we just win this game. I don't really know if there's any way we can butcher this, because Dazzling Gleam takes out Pelipper at 1 health, and and T-Bolt takes out the Araquanid. I guess the only, yeah, there's no way we mess this up as long as I target the Araquanid. Because he's not going to be able to, like, something's going to die here. I guess maybe the safer play is to T-Bolt into Araquanid with Koko. Maybe that's the safer play, but I think Dazzling Gleam is good because it will hit both. Oh, he could have Wide Guard, though. He could Wide Guard Araquanid. So maybe that's not the best play. So actually, I think the best play is just T-Bolt into Araquanid, which is the biggest threat, and then simply T-Bolt into the Pelipper slot. Or maybe just double into the Araquanid. but if he protects, then I'm kind of in trouble. I gotta get rid of one thing. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just T-Bolt into one of each, because he can't beat P2 one-on-one. The only way he beats P2 is Waterium Z Araquanid into P2. But T-Bolt does come off into the Araquanid slot. That's going to definitely do enough. And it's clear that the Pelipper didn't protect, so I think we're in good shape here, guys. I think we are going to pick up this W. It looks like, let's see here. He is going to go for the Scald, and it is Water Boosted Scald into Koko. That's probably going to almost knock us out, but we do live on just a sliver of health. But P2 does hit a Thunderbolt into the Pelipper slot. And we're going to pick up a nice little win there and move to 14-6. Not too shabby at all. I will take that win. Very, very happy about that. That was a pretty interesting matchup. I found it very interesting that he left P2 there the entire time and didn't even try to make any damage on it. I don't think he attacked P2 once. And I was able to get Trick Room up and kind of benefit with that barely and then kind of work my way around it. But that was a pretty solid game. So I'm gonna do a quick cut here before the next one because I just got a phone call and I have to answer that. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so let's grab another battle here. We are now 3-2, so I want to keep this going. I want to keep this little win streak we have alive here. I do not want to lose, so, but more importantly, let's have some fun, right? That's the goal here. So let's grab another one and see what we're going to face here. That was a pretty interesting matchup there. That was, got a very weird team. Kind of had some Trick Room elements without Trick Room. But you can see just how scary Araquanid is that we had to really play around that. But that P2 special attack boost was clutch. So it looks like we're playing Ikari here. 1500, nice clean slate. And they've got a Lele, Kartana, Double Duck, Gold Duck, Metagross, Koko, and Pelipper, right? I think I wrote them all down. So that basically looks exactly, I think that's the team that Aaron brought. Cybertron's team for San Jose or whatever it was. I gotta get Trick Room up, I think, for this one. So I'm gonna bring P2, and I think I'm gonna bring, I mean, I could bring Koko, but he's totally gonna have the Waterium Z, so that's like really scary. I think I'm gonna bring P2, Fini, Vikavolt in the back. I mean, what, like, is Fini gonna be able to do anything? I mean, this is so weird. And then I think I bring Garchomp maybe? Garchomp definitely has some usefulness, but he's gonna have Ice Beam. I kind of like Marowak, actually. I kind of like Marowak for this one, because Marowak can rip through his team if I can get Trick Room up, so let's do that. I know he's got the Rain, and I know that's a pretty significant disadvantage for me, but I think I can work around it. So this is tough. This is the first time we're facing like a full-on Rain team like this, and it's definitely going to be a tough one, but I think I have to bring Marowak because otherwise Kartana kind of rips through my team unless he has Night Slash. Yeah, the Kartana is very scary, in fact. My concern here is I need to get Trick Room up, and if I'm not able to do that, then I don't know how it can win. So we'll see, But he's probably going to lead like Double Duck because it's pretty good against me, I would say, especially since Gold Duck will be faster than Koko. And there's not anything I can really do about that. So this will be our real first experience against what I would consider to be like a really, really tough team. I mean, not our first experience. We faced some pretty tough teams, but this is definitely a tough team. There's no doubt. And she's even got the water shirt to match. So she's got her Wishy-Washy in her shirt. She's ready to rock. She's got her Waterium team here. She's probably got Double Duck. And it is the Double Duck, so I'm pretty sure this is, and they're double shinies here. Totes legit, just to make everyone happy. I'm sure they are. I don't care. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure the Pelipper is gonna be sashed. I basically need a Trick Room. I'm thinking about Trick Room Calm Mind here to give some longevity to Fini, because like I don't know how else we really can do much. Let's see here. I mean, I don't know if he doubles in a P2 if he knocks me out. I mean, he's gonna really like mess us up right now, but I think I have to Trick Room. So we're gonna Trick Room, and I'm gonna Calm Mind, because I think if I can get some Calm Minds up, we actually could stand a chance against some of his Pokemon. So let's do that. Let's Trick Room Calm Mind here, and hope that he doesn't knock out our P2. Basically, he's gonna Waterium Z Golduck into P2. And then he's either going to Tailwind, Hurricane. Tailwind with the Pelipper or Hurricane into P2. Most likely, I would think it'll be the Hurricane into P2 to secure the kill and stop our Trick Room, and I do think that a combination of the two will be enough to knock us out. This is gonna really hurt. I mean, this is Rain boosted, Hydro Pump most likely, into Porygon2, I'm sure. This is gonna do some damage, and if he does double into me with that Hurricane, I'm pretty sure that's gonna do enough. We are gonna live, but I don't think we're living a Scald on top of that, guys. Yeah, we're gonna go down. So definitely not a good turn there for us. Definitely not a good turn. We're gonna get the Calm Mind off though, which is quite nice. That'll give us some longevity against him. And obviously we have our own water moves to use, but without Trick Room, this is gonna be a tough one for us to win because I don't know how well my Vikavolt is gonna be taking hits here. But what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna protect Vikavolt on this turn and go for a Moonblast into the Golduck perhaps, and really threaten that out. Or really try to threaten that thing because I'm pretty sure he's gonna target my Golduck or my Vikavolt. So I'm gonna go for the Protect Vikavolt, and I'm gonna simply go for the Moonblast into Golduck and see if we can get a special attack drop. I think that's my best play because I'll Dazzling Gleam to hit the Pelipper on the following turn to break that Sash. And ultimately I gotta get rid of that Golduck before I can really do anything. So, because that's gonna be I think the bigger the two threats here. Despite the fact that the Pelipper is likely Sash. So we'll try this, but I didn't think my P2 was living that. I don't really know what else I could have done there for that lead, kind of looking back, because nothing on my team was gonna take a combination of those two hits. So I think going for the Calm Mind was a good play. But now I'm in a really tough spot. So I'm hoping he goes into the Vikavolt slot here. Maybe he doubles into it, and that'll give us an opportunity to kind of come back. And he does. So perfect situation there. He doubles into the Vikavolt slot, and that does allow me to go for a Moonblast into the Golduck here. And we are going to do a tremendous amount. We do not get the drop, but I think we can actually work with this. I don't actually think I have Dazzling Gleam. I don't know why I said I did, but I don't want to just go into Marowak and let Marowak die here. Which is the struggle. I could T-Bolt. I could also try for the double protect, which actually is probably the best play. I don't think we're living 2 hits here. The only way we live 2 hits is if the Scald knocks into Iapapa range. That would be kind of the situation that we would need to have happen. I'm gonna T-Bolt into the Pelipper because I don't really want to try the double protect. I don't think it's gonna work. And I'm gonna simply, maybe I Calm Mind again. No, we're gonna Moonblast into the Golduck. Although I do think Muddy Water could do enough. Let's actually Muddy Water. I think it's gonna do enough. Plus T to knock out the Golduck. It's in rain and then +1, so I do think Muddy Water might have a chance here. So he's gonna Scald into the Vikavolt slot here, and I don't think we're living a Hurricane. He burns us too, so he's gonna Scald. There's a chance that we can pop our berry here. Oh, we don't. Ooh. If we were able to pop the berry there, maybe, just maybe, there would have been some hope. Because we would have been able to Thunderbolt into the Pelipper slot, and we need an accuracy drop on that Pelipper so badly here. We get rid of the Golduck, which is nice. We don't get an accuracy drop, and I'm left with a Marowak sitting here in the rain, which is not a good situation because that Pelipper basically just destroys it. But if he brought Kartana, I don't think we really stand a chance. He's got Lele, so that's not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to obviously protect Marowak here and Moonblast into Pelipper, I think is what I have to do. It's kind of obvious, but I don't think there's really another option. I think I kind of have to do that. So I'm going to protect Marowak here because if he attacks Marowak and I lose Marowak, I lose the game. So, and then I'm going to Moonblast Pelipper and try to get rid of that thing. And Lele is going to put some pressure on, but if I get lucky and he goes into the Marowak slot here, not predicting a protect, then we may be able to get out of this turn and be in an okay situation. But with Vikavolt not living that Scald, those 2 Scalds there, and P2 not living, like that's so frustrating because I feel like this, if we could have just lived one of those 2 targets into either P2 or into Vikavolt, we would have been able to pull this back. I think that would have been really close, that Pelipper Scald. Because I'm pretty sure Golduck Stalled is going to be stronger than Pelipper's, but either way, he's going to protect Pelipper, so that's going to be the mistake we make right there. I should have Shadow Boned into the Lele, so he made the play that was going to save him. He's going to sub Lele, so yeah, that's kind of brutal. Not really anything I can do. All I can do is hope for the rain to end, but I think it's got another turn here. So I have to basically double protect if I want to stand a chance. Let me see how long rain is left. I think rain's got 1 more turn. Yeah, we got 1 more turn of rain, so I'm gonna double protect here because I really feel like that's all I can do, and I need to get rid of that Pelipper ASAP. So I'm gonna Moonblast in the Pelipper slot. If he switches into like Metagross or Kartana, we just lose. So, yeah, actually, I'm not seeing how we can make this work. But we get the double protect, and his Pelipper did not protect, and he goes for the Psychic into the Marowak slot, and he Scalds into the Marowak slot. Oh baby, Moonblast is gonna come off, and that is going to knock out the Pelipper. So, depending on what his last is here, there's a slight chance of hope, but I think it's gonna be Koko or Kartana, or Metagross, and all three of those kind of destroy me. So, not the best situation to be in. It's Kartana, so I guess it could be worse. Like, Kartana could go into Lele, though. I basically need to Shadow Bone into the... No, I need to Flare Blitz into the Kartana to have a chance here and knock it out. And then I actually need to Muddy Water, I think, and try to break the sub. I know he could go Leaf Blade into Fini, but I can't allow... Like, the only way I win this is if I kill the Kartana at this point in time and break the sub. So I'm gonna Muddy Water and Flare Blitz. So the Muddy Water will break the Sash if Kartana has one and guarantee the KO with Flare Blitz. The problem is, obviously, yeah, the only way I think we win is if our Muddy Water breaks the Sash, Marowak kills the Kartana, and it also breaks the sub. He's got Night Slash, though, so if he doubles into Marowak here, it's just, we just lose. And I'm sure he's going to Psychic into it. So he's gonna Psychic into the Marowak here. I don't think we can live that under Psychic Terrain, and we can't, not under Terrain. So now I'm gonna need to break the sub and get an accuracy drop on Kartana to stand a chance here. And we actually miss on the Lele, so I need an accuracy drop basically on Kartana to have a chance here. So this is an AV Kartana, I'm sure. And we don't get the accuracy drop, so that's game. I don't really think there's anything else we could do. I'll play it out just for the sake of playing it out, but I don't think we can really do anything else because I need accuracy drops to win this, and we missed on the Lele, and he's just gonna Leaf Blade Psychic into me, and there's nothing I can do about that. Such a bummer, because I feel like some of these matches, like this matchup, I don't know how to win this matchup prior, like, on the team preview screen. My team just doesn't have anything for this Rain team, because I couldn't lead. Like I said, Koko would have been useless because it gets destroyed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could have set up more Calm Minds with Lele instead of trying to go on the offensive and really just try to stack Calm Minds against him. But with him having Kartana in the back, there wasn't much I could do about that without Trick Room. If I got Trick Room up, we might have had a chance there, but without the Trick Room, that was not a situation that I feel that we were able to capitalize on. So kind of a flaw in the team building, but it's all good. I think we may do one more episode with this team, but I'm definitely got the new team in the works, and I think we're gonna wrap up right here, guys. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Road to Regionals. Let me know in the comment section below how I can make Road to Regionals a better series for you guys to enjoy and watch and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the stream, the YouTube videos, and the dream, all that good stuff in between. Thank you guys. That's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I'll go by aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.